Welcome to Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Today we're going to do an expert Killer Sudoku on my iPad. Let's get into it. See how we go. So the first thing I'll tell you about it is I like Killer Sudoku because I don't need to use notes. Basically, it's a math-based problem rather than a sort of note-taking and figuring out where it is. What I'm doing at the present time is I'm just finding the low-hanging fruits, which is a single cage with a number. A 4 can have a 1 and a 3 in it. That's the only two numbers that can be in a 4 cage. Now that 1 means that by the rules of Sudoku, 1 cannot be there. So that's a 1 and that's a 3. 15 can have 9 and 6 or 8 and 7. Because of the 9 there, this is going to be 8 and 7. What else can we see? We can see not a lot. Excuse me. This Sudoku is going to have 3 is going to have 1 and 2. They're the other ones. So with 7, that's going to be a 3 and 4. Okay, so because it can't be 1 and 2, the numbers that make up 7 is 1 and 6. Can't be. 2 and 5. Can't be. 3 and 4. So what this is going to do to this is going to be make it a 1, 2 and 6 digits down here, because the 3 and the 4 make it hard. So if that's the case, the 1 is going to be there. This is going to be 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Because this is 2 and 6, this is going to be 8 and 7. Which leaves me with 9 and 6, 3, 4, 9 and 5. So 9 and 5 will be one of these two here. We can see that this is 14. 14 can either have 9 and 5, which is there, or 8 and 6. So 8's here, 8's here. 8 will be in this column here because 8's there and 8's there. It can't be in this row because of that 8 there. It can't be here because that'll be 8 and 0, so that's an 8 there. When we look at this, remember I said this is 2 and 6, so this is going to be 8 and 7. I can't really say that because that could be an 8, so one of those could be an 8 there. What else are we seeing? So we're seeing 20 plus 10 plus 8 is 38, so this is going to be a 7 across these two numbers. The reason I know that is because this has got to have all of this box has got to have the numbers 1 through to 9. So 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When you add those numbers together, they come to 45. So 20 plus 10 is 30, plus 8 is 38. 38 plus 7 equals 45. So that's how I got there. So what I'm saying here is 5. Tell me where 7 come from. 5 plus 19 plus, so 5 plus 9 is 24, plus 12 is 36. So these two are going to add up to 9. So this can be an 8 and 1. It can be a 7 and 2. Or it could be a 6 and 3, but because we know this is 8 and 7, that can't be a 6 and 3. What we also know from here is 1 has to be in this column here. There's two reasons. 1 has to be there, so that means it's got to be a 1. Plus also these numbers can't have a 1 in it, because if that was 1, it'd have to be 11. 11 is not in the number of 29. If that's a 1, that'd have to be 18. The other two numbers that add up to 18 in Sudoku are 9 and 9, and that's not possible either. It's all very interesting. I can't see where this is going at the moment. So 3, so 9 plus a, yep, I'm not going to do that, it's not worth my time. So this can be 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. If that's 2 and 3, that's a 1. What we got? 11 plus 13 is 24, plus 5 is 29, so there's 16. I don't know. It's a simple answer. I do not know. So I know this is 2, so I know that 9 can't be in this one. So 9 can be in this one, or 9 can be here. Mm. 15. So 9 could be 1, 2, 3, and 9 could be 15. So that could be. So 9 is going to be one of these two. That's a 9 there, and so 9 is going to be one of these two. 9, okay, let's go through this. 9 is going to be one of these two, because 9 can't be in that and it can't be in that, so that's there. So 9 going up here goes here. If that's a 9, to get to 15, the other numbers have to be 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 3 are used, so that can't be 1, 2, and 3, so that's a 9 there. Okay, what we now know is this is going to be 7 and 5, and because remember I told you this was 9 and 5 here, well that can't be the 9, so that's the 5, that's the 9, get it to adding up to 12, it's got to be 7, which means that that has to be the 8, and that has to be the 7, right, because it can't be 9 in there, and the 7 couldn't have gone there, so that's 8 and 7, which is what I said originally, but so what I've got is 6 and 4 here is going to work, because for this is the number 10, right? So 9 from 19 is 10, 9 can't be used, 7 can't be used, 8 can't be used, so this is 6 and 4. So that means that's going to be a 1 up there, and this is a 2, 3. So we can see 1 can't be in this column, 1 can't be in this row, and 1 can't be in that there. Reason 1 can't be that there, because that's 1. 1 from that would leave 19 as a 2 digit. I can't have that. So that's a 1. That's a 9. Alright, so 1 can be here or here. 13, I cannot have, can I have 4 digits without a 1? So 2 plus 3 is 5. Plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14, so I can't, so that's got to be a 1. Still got our 1, 2 there, and we still don't know whether 1 is in this column or there. That's alright. What we don't know. So remember, so this is 6 plus 13 is 19, plus 11 is 30, so these two numbers are going to be 15. Now 15 means that it's got to be 6, 7, 8 and 9. Because this is a 7, the only number that fits in there is a 6. So that's a 9, that's a 1. So this now becomes 2, 3, 4. So over here I've got a 3 potentially here or here. 1 can't be in this column, 1 can't be in this row, 1 can't be in this row, so that's a 1. 1. So remember this is 1 and 2, and because of that 1 there, it couldn't have been the 1 there, and I think I have all the 1s. So this is 6 and 4, but I don't know which order. So let's go through this. I cannot have a 3, 4, 5 in there, so 2 has got to be in here. So 2 is there, which leaves me 8. So that leaves me with a 3, 5 or a 1, 7. The 1 can't be there, so it's going to be 2, 3, 5. Because of the 5 there, that's going to be the 5. This is going to be 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, don't know, 5, 6. So 4 and 6 is in this number, but I don't know which. I do because that's 6 and 8. So that's going to be the 6, and that's going to be the 4. Remember, this was 6 and 8 because that was there. So if I've got 1, so 2 has to be in here somewhere. 3, 4, 5. So 5 is there or there. 6, 7. So 7 is one of these two. But I don't know which. What I do know is, remember I told you this was 7? If that's a 1, that's a 6. 2, 3. So this is 9. So 9 there because of that 9 there. 4, 7, but I don't know. So 9 is going to be in one of these two boxes. It can't be in this column, it can't be in this column. It can't be in that row, so that's a 9. We can see here that the 9 can be here only because it can't be in this column, it can't be in this column, so 9 can only be there. This is going to make this 8 and 5 because the numbers that can be 6 and 7 can't be those. 9 and 4 can't be that, so that's 8 and 5. Alright, so 1, 2, so this is going to be 2, 3, 4, which means that's got to be a 3, that's a 5, leaving a 5 come down this column, so that's a 5, leaving this to be 2 and 7, but I don't know which way. I can guess because 7 has to be here because it can't be in the bottom row, which means that's a 7 and that's a 2. I like how you use the word guess, but I'm determined should have been the right word. 1, 2, 3, the number's 4 there, and then 6, and we still have 4, 7 there, and 2 and 3 there. 8 and 6, 2, 3, 4, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 9 are here. I know that's 9 there, so that's a 9, that's a 7, leaving a 7 to be here or here. If that was a 7, that'd have to be a 1, not going to work. Because of the 5 there, that's going to be a 5, that will be the 7. Okay, so 18, so 12 plus 9 is 19. Plus 8 is 27. Plus 12 is 39. Plus 1 is 40. If my maths adds up, that's a 5, which doesn't, because that'd be a 5 there. So somehow I got that wrong. So that's a 12. Plus 12 is 24. Plus 1 and 9, which is 10, is 34. Plus 8 is 42. So that would be a 3, making this be an 8. That works. So we'll say that 3, 8 means that, remember, this was 3 and 2. 3, 2, because of that 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get to 18's 8. Okay, and we've still got 4 and 7 there. 1, 2, and 6 is going to be these two numbers, but I can't tell you what that is. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be a 3 here, because remember that was 3 and 4. Told you that really early. This was 5 and 8. Because of that 5 there, that's a 5, and that's an 8. We'll nearly hit the 6. 8 is going to be one of these two here, plus 8 and 7 there. We know that 8 and 6 makes this, and because of that 8 there, that's an 8 and that's a 6. We know that that's 4 and 2, because of that 4, that's a 4 there, and that's a 2. Remember, this was 2 and 6, so 2 and 6, mainly because of that 2 there. I'll show you the 6 there. So 6 is down here. That could be 6 and 5. Three. So 3 is one of these two numbers. So what is this? This is going to add up to 9, because 9 plus 9 is 18. 1, 2, can't be there. 7, 3, can't be there. So this is 4 and 5 here. 4, 4, 5, 5, 4 and 5. So 1, 2 is there. So that's 16, 18, so that's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 7 are here, but I don't know which order. I say that a lot, don't I? Still got 2 and 6 here, 4 and 7, but I can actually tell you what that number is. So 11 plus 9 is 20, plus 9 is 29. That leaves 16 to go in the 20, so that's a 4. 20 minus 16 is 4. Excuse me. Remember I told you this was 4 and 5, because of that 4 there, that's going to be the 4, that'll be the 5. 4 can't be in this box, 4's not in this one, so 4 is there, that's a 7. Remember this was 7 and 8, so that's 7, that's a 7 there, that's an 8. 8's going to be in the bottom row, can't be there, because that would be 8 plus a 0, so that's an 8. Which means this is 3 and 5, because of the 5 there, that's a 5, and that's a 3. And how I determine that is that's 4 and 8 was 12, from 20 was 8. Still 2 and 6, don't know. 4 and 7, don't know. So this can't be 8 and 3, can't be 9 and 2, can't be 4 and 7. So this is 5 and 6, because that's 6 there, that's a 6, and that's a 5. Leave me with the 6 and 2. So 2 is there. I have the 4, so that's going to be the 4 there. That's going to be the 7. This has ended up with a 7. So that's 10, so that must be a 3. Alright, so we did that in 16.5 minutes. Got bogged down there for a while. It felt like there was about 3 minutes where we didn't move. Having said that, reasonably easy puzzle. I'm pretty happy with how we went. Until next time, bye for now.